Hello and welcome everyone, duckyobrien here, and today I'll be going over a game called DwarfHeim. DwarfHeim was developed by Pineleaf Studio. It was published by Merge Games and been releasing onto PC into early access on October 22nd, 2020. So why don't get into it. DwarfHeim is a pretty interesting take on real-time strategy. It's basically a 3v3 kind of format, or 3ve, I guess. Anyways, basically there are three people living in the same village and you each take on a specified role. You got the builder, which builds things. You got the miner to mine stuff and refine ores, and then you got the warrior. Now each of these classes can do pretty much all the other tasks, but only to a certain degree, so you need someone who specializes in that task. And it's kind of like all three of you are living in the same village and then you're doing a specified role. Whereas in a more traditional RTS, you would do all of that yourself, and not to this extent. Like Miner is basically playing a mini version of Satisfactory. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna open the tutorial for the miner because that's my favorite one. I'll show off the other classes in a little bit. Now I am playing the review build and it is a little bit buggy, so remember the game is in early access, so it was a bit rough. I played with my buddy and yeah, it was you could tell that it was a review build. Alright, so here's kind of the map here. If you look on the upper right hand corner, you got your mini map. Now there's an overworld and an underworld, and you access that via this shaft here. Here's your town hall. You got some houses. Now because this is the tutorial, you don't have everything available, but
I'll get it done.
Let's go send these dudes in here. Then we switch to the underworld. So you can read this if you want. I'm not gonna read it because I already did it. Anyway, so here's like the shaft here.
Let's see what we got here. Got it. I can dig it.
Now obviously when you play a game, this stuff isn't gonna be built, but I just want to show you what the game is like. Alright, so this is your warehouse. I'm gonna press X on it to delete it. That was one thing we needed to do. Repair the machinery. So for dwarfs, if you played a game like is it Dungeon Keeper? Anyways, what you do is you right click on these ores, and the places that are blue are the places that the dwarves will mine. So they'll keep mining until all the blue areas are done, and they will bring it into this conveyor belt here. The crusher will crush the ores, and then you can bring them into your warehouse. Now you can deposit them as is, but every step that you take to refine it will increase the yield on what you get. Okay, let's place a rail.
That's it.
No, come back here. Let me see if this will connect. No.
Get it done. What you need. I'll get it done.
Should I just...
What's that?
Let's just do it this way. So one of the difficulties I had was figuring out if a conveyor belt will connect. There we go. Now it's connected. It goes directly into the warehouse.
I can dig it.
Alright, now we went to the next step.
Got it.
So the first step is to put it into the crusher, which will turn it into different types of ores. As you can see here, you got stone, you got some iron, you got some gold going in, some silver. Now we want to split it so that the iron bars go through the forge and go into the warehouse. And this is a splitter, so it goes into this end. If you click on it, any place with a conveyor belt, you can kind of pick what you want to go there. I'm gonna pick iron ore to go through here. So what's gonna happen is that basically all the ores will go here, except for the iron. So if I have any iron, it'll go through here.
What's that? Got it.
Now this is a splitter. So splitter will split all the iron evenly between all of the outputs here. You don't need to use all three. Oh, see this? I don't get why it doesn't join sometimes. All right. Okay. Build it like this, I guess. There we go. Yep.
Get on with it. I can dig it. All right.
He can dig it because he's mining it. It's a grade A pun right there.
Let's see what we got
You
here.
gotta make sure you orient your belts the right way. Also, another thing of note, when you're building these, obviously it uses wood. This uses iron. You can dump raw ore into your warehouse directly, and all of those resources will go up. You'll later have to build steel, which is a combination of iron and coal. But for now, this will do. Okay.
That's it. For rock and stone. Aye. I can dig it.
And the dwarves are a little bit dumb. The AI for it. Okay. Now I like production lines, which is why I like being the miner. So it's very interesting to design it in a real game, because if you have multiple dwarves dumping up ores here, one crusher is not enough, so you have to figure out a very efficient way. Look at here, the iron is coming through, it's being sorted, that's gonna be split between these two, and then it's gonna be smelted, and it's gonna poop it out here, and these will join together, so it looks like this will work. I did come across a bug where in the actual game you will get attacked by like random goblin creatures, and if they destroy something you have to rebuild it, and in that case it might not connect again, so you have to destroy the surrounding buildings and rebuild it again. I'm pretty sure all that will be fixed by the time the game is out into early access in a few days, and this is the review build. Okay, now the iron's going in. All my resources are up here, but the total right here. Okay. So the reason why you want these resources is that the builder will need it to build stuff, as well as most of your upgrades will cost resources. Alright, so what we're doing next is we're gonna build a transmuter which will turn iron and coal into steel. So I'm gonna build a transmuter right there.
Get on with it. I can dig it.
We're gonna put the belt here, hopefully it connects. Yep.
That's it.
We're gonna finish the belt here. Let's make sure steel is selected.
I can dig it. Yep.
Come back here, let's see. Yep, that's done. So what we're gonna do is let's get some coal. We're gonna reroute the coal to the left side.
All right.
So if you look here, oh, it's oriented this way, so make sure you're looking in the right direction. So coal will come out of this section, sorry, and then go into here, whereas the iron will be split here, go into here, it should be transmuted into steel, and then forged into steel bars, and then go into the warehouse. So
What you need. Aye. For rock and stone. I'll get it done.
okay. Now if you look here, they have backpacks here, and they have ore chunks here. They'll move super slow. You have upgrades to increase backpack size, mining speed, movement speed, etc. They're dumping it off, and if this isn't cleared, it'll stand here. So that's why it's pretty important designing a production line that's like semi-efficient. Get to the coal. Hey, come here. He's just waiting here for this to be done.
I can dig it. All right. I can dig it.
Yes, I know you can dig it. Alright. So remember, while you're doing this, someone else is doing the building. My buddy was the builder. He built all the structures, farms, all of that. We didn't have a third person, but he would be the warrior. Now, the warrior class is important in that you get attacked by NPCs as well as other players all the time. So it's kind of like dividing all the tasks, division of labor. So I'm basically harvesting all the resources. The builder will build all the structures and take care of food. And then the warrior class will just take care of micromanaging units. There's some coal finally. Alright, came out. Let's check here. Yeah. Now, this is a little bit annoying, a little bit frustrating in that, let's say this was backed up. It was full of iron. It would get backed up to this point, and if there was no splitter here, like the furnace output would be backed up, and then it would back up everything else. Like literally the entire production line stalls. So I like it a little bit better in Satisfactory where like starting to stall right here for splitters or something. It'll just, like, if this is blocked, it'll just keep going through the other paths, you know. Again, this is for the review build. I don't know. I hope they change that for early access. It's a little bit frustrating to go out of your way to use splitters and reroute. Actually, yeah, no, I use the selector, and what I do is, like, let's say this is blocked, then I reroute all the ores straight into the warehouse. That's what I do. Oh yes, our first steel bar coming in. Okay. So it wants us to train for demolitions at the explosive hut. This costs steel to build, I believe, which is why you want to keep mining stuff. So you don't want to mine everything because that's useless, just the stuff that has the ores in it.
Do I smell smoke? It's already done. Let's blow some stuff up.
So normally this will cost food, it'll take up your population.
All right.
These guys do AoE.
Light the fuse. Need something on the way.
So it's kind of telling you why you want to mine stuff, because this will let you get advanced units. I'm gonna upper leg on other players.
Do I smell smoke? Let's get to it. My talents. Blow them away. Gunpowder.
You can build walls and towers, and I highly recommend doing that because you'll get constantly attacked by NPCs in waves, and there are like some giant ones that don't die. So, and you got like exploding ones which will destroy all your buildings. It's kind of annoying. So you do have to defend your structures, and obviously if you're playing against people, that would definitely be more difficult. There they are, these annoying creatures. Okay. We're gonna train research geologists so we can train it.
Do you smell
Wait for that to finish.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm kind of giving them pathways in. Now, the tutorial doesn't really do justice to what a game is like. I'm not sure if I can start one by myself, but I'll give it a go. Me and my buddy spent 3 hours trying to figure this game out, and we did pretty okay. We kind of needed someone to play the warrior though to defend us from the giant creatures though.
Hey, let's get started.
Okay.
What you want? It won't take much, just a couple of small explosions.
Now obviously you can hire more miners at your town hall. Can't do that in the tutorial.
I'm ready for my mission here.
Okay.
Aye. Okay. Let's light it up.
Thought I trained the geologist, no? Now there's a lot of keyboard shortcuts. There's literally a shortcut for almost everything. I'm gonna show it off later. You know, I'll just show it off right now if I can. In the keybinds.
Let's see what
So here, look, there's shortcuts for almost everything.
Let's see what we can find.
There's every building, every action.
As good as done.
Okay.
Problem.
There in a sec. Done. Let's blow it up. As good as done.
I really hate how these guys start mining. They don't stop. But anyways, you have hero units kind of similar to Warcraft 3. If you look at them, they have like different strengths and weaknesses.
There in a sec. As good as done.
Kind of let me just kind of kite them over. No, get.
Take much, just a couple of small explosions.
There you go.
Let's get to it. Be there in a sec. I'll blow them away. Yeah. Let's get to
No,
it. Here.
I hate how they don't listen to me.
Aye. Let's get to it. What's up? There in a sec. Done. Let's
I hate the AI pathing right now.
Alright,
there you go. Trying to kite them over.
Boom, shakalaka laka boom. Get rid of it.
No, get back. Alright.
I'll blow them away. Yay! Shake, rattle, and run. Let's get to it.
Run back.
Yes. There in a sec. As good as done. Affirmative.
No, they want to go back and mine. Oh, God dang it, guys. Okay,
Tis under attack. Let's get
there.
it.
And that's it for the tutorial. Alright. Let's see if I can get a game going.
Choose your class.
What happens if I do this? Okay, it's waiting for a match Yeah, I just wanted to play by myself, but we'll go back into the tutorial. We'll do the other classes.
Builder.
Let's take a look at it, and then I'll call it there. I just want to say, me and my buddy did enjoy this game, but it's we see the promise of it, but at its current state, it's a bit rough.
It'll be built in no time.
Again, it's early access, so it's understandable. But all right, I haven't played the builder or the warrior yet, so well, this will be interesting. I have the most fun with the miner, though. Okay.
Yeah. Hey. Aye, to be sure. It'll be done very soon. How you doing? You alright? On my way. Slowly.
Ah, if only farming was that easy.
Something built, maybe, just give me a moment. Kinda what I do.
One course and wheat. All right. See, like the problem is for tutorials, you have to do exactly what they tell you. But I don't want to create 2 farms of coarse-and wheat. I want the other thing. So the farmers make food, and the food lets you hire units. They take care of a lot of that stuff, and then the warrior race, obviously, warrior class, obviously just takes care of all the fighting. Look, here's backpacks being filled up, and then they'll bring it over once it's full, similar to the miners. Again, this is not representative of how an actual game goes. This is just a tutorial, but it should give you guys an idea what's possible in the game. I think the actual game is a way more hectic because there are monster attacks. Okay, anyways. Deforest this entire land.
It'll be built in no time. It'll be done very soon.
Don't know how to set rally points.
I'll have it built in no time. Aye. Do you have a permit for that? Let's get building. I'm sure those on my way. Places are just extras. It'll be built in no time. What? It'll be done in a jiffy.
Yes.
A building is under attack.
Not my granary. How could you?
Aye. Do you have a permit for that? It'll be done very soon. What can I build?
I guess he wants me to build a barracks there.
Yeah, it'll be done in a jiffy. Do you have a permit for that? I'll protect you. Need something built, maybe?
Where is he going? See, these guys are so much better than miners at fighting, like, not even comparable. Okay.
Right, just extras. It'll be done in a jiffy. It'll be done very soon.
You know what? It's gonna take a while. It's gonna bring all my dudes over.
Maybe, because that's kind of what I do. Done. Aye. What? Aye, to be sure. Yep, I'll be over in a minute. Work. Something built, maybe.
Work.
Kind of what I do. Done in a jiffy. It'll be done very soon. Just extras. What's your way? Yep, I'll be over in a minute. It'll be done very soon. Aye, just give me a moment. How you doing? I'll get to it. No problem.
I like how. Oh, is this guy full of wood? Oh, no wonder. I was like, why is he so slow?
How you doing? You alright? Sure. What's your angle? Consider it done.
We need more wood. We're gonna harvest all the trees here.
Work? What? How can I sure everything is up to code?
Can I build towers? Nope. Okay. This is what I like to see. Well, you can zoom in pretty close. Almost done. I'm researching the ability to make farmers and then you can train it. Now obviously this would take I think it takes steel. I forgot how much, but now you can use the warrior class to clear these little skull icons, which are camps, and that will give you resources. So there's a lot of ways that each class can contribute, as well as do things the other class can do, but it's in usually different or limited ways.
Aye, got it.
Okay, farm. Ooh. Didn't say what kind of arms to make.
You need a full stomach for a full beard. Nice day,
Let's
huh? See what we get.
Can I make the other stuff? However, silver leaf. Whoops.
Got it.
I made a mistake.
I'm here.
Delete.
What can I do you for?
That's what I get for not reading.
You'll grow up to be the finest.
This is actually gathering silver, by the way, so. Check the overworld and see how they're doing. Yes, deforest this place. I always joke that we're the opposite of Team Trees. Oh, they're not working. What is this? There's trees left to be harvested.
Time to eat. I'm here.
They build a university. Charge students a lot of money. Oh man, I don't know why college prices have gone so much.
It will be done in a just extras. Aye. Consider it done. Work.
Well, look at this guy. See, the padding is a little... Again, this is the review build, so obviously it's gonna be a little bit rough. Okay, that's cool.
What? I'll make sure everything is up to code. No problem. Yeah. Sure. Aye. What? Work?
What are they?
Aye, to be sure. I'm sure those leftover pieces are just extras.
Okay. See, these are all the upgrades that you can get. Oh, I forgot. My bad. I should show you the research tree. So in the town hall, you can research this stuff. Bunk beds, which will increase housing unit capacity by 1. It's up here, 920. Better optics, increase all sight ranges by 30. Now this is important because there's fog of war, especially in the underworld, where it's kind of annoying. You can build faster. For the miners, let's see, where is the warehouse? There it is. You got, you know, 20 more resources from raw ore chunks. You can mine faster and build machines instantaneously, which is very necessary. It's a little bit of a pain. But yeah, there's all these sort of upgrades. Okay. Let's go back down. Okay. kind of want to...
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be
Whatever.
done very soon. Pieces are
I
just
wanted to
extras.
build,
Aye. How can I help? On my
I want to
way.
build more farms.
On my way.
Yes, while these guys are deforesting everything. I want the arrow slits. Basically, all military buildings can fire arrows to defend themselves. Oh man, those goblin guys are so annoying. You guys don't understand.
Something built, maybe, because that's kind of what I do.
Why fight when you can drink? Are you brewing on something? Thirsty?
Brewmaster. Okay.
It'll be done in a jiffy.
Brewery, where are you?
Work? Work? It'll be done. How can I help? On my way. Hey. Work? Work? Aye.
It's a great Warcraft 3 reference. Work.
Uh-huh. Aye, to be sure.
Are you brewing on some drinks? Incoming!
Something built, maybe, because that's kind of what I do.
What do you need? Don't fret, it's already done. Drinks incoming! Aye, don't fret, I'm on it.
No,
Anyone
padding.
need a little pick-me-up?
What's
Okay.
your angle? I'll get to it.
Oh, it's a builder. Wait.
Are you brewing on something? On my way.
How can I?
By the way, that green circle is like a healing aura.
Need something I'll be over in a minute.
Okay. Padding, please.
What? Hey, just give me a moment. All right.
Them. Let's watch them brew. They're just standing there. It looks like pee. It's yellow. Just waving his cup. I'm just gonna say that they have trouble pathing because they're drunk.
How can I? Consider it done. Yep, I'll be over in a minute.
I will quench your thirst.
Okay.
What can I do for you? I will do it.
You can train guards.
I am already done. I am on it.
Where is the ale house again? This is the ale house. I need more of these purple stuff. Wait.
It'll be done very soon. How you doing? You alright? I'll make sure.
Okay, I need to make more farms then.
It'll be done very soon.
But as you can see, this guy,
Quench any thirst.
he can heal all the units in like this radius. Kind of handy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll get to it.
I'm very impatient, so I'll just build more farms.
Aye.
Guard reporting for duty.
I like how brew is used for everything.
How can I help?
Uh,
How you doing? My way.
I was like, why isn't it working yet? There we go.
Nothing will get by my watchful eye.
What can I do for you? I'll be alright with me there. Already done. I won't spill a drop. You're asking the best. I'll be alright with me there. They need ale. Spill a drop while doing it. You're asking the best. I am on it.
Just keep making ale, I guess. As you can see, the builder takes care of all of this stuff and supporting, and then the miner is basically like the more advanced resources and researching, and the warrior just fights stuff.
I can quench any thirst.
I think the one downside is that, like, for these type of games, if you play with strangers, it can make or break the game. And, you know, you kind of need 2 other people that you know to form a squad of 3.
What can I do for you? Be alright with me there. Got it. Already done.
It's kind of like playing... Well, I've been playing a lot of Dota 2 recently. I used to play a lot, like a lot back in the day. And I quit because I was like... it's not the best. It's kind of toxic, but I've been playing a lot more lately, and solo queuing is very painful. Where's the buff? Don't understand.
What? What?
What do you need? Got it.
Huh. Oh, do I have to bring the brew over?
Yes.
Need something? What do you need? Yes? Nay bother. Already done. Don't fret, it's already done.
And like click it in there, or like, don't understand.
Yes. All right.
Just have to go in there, or
I got it covered.
Thirsty? Oh, don't spill my beer.
Will be done. And in the middle of my break.
I am brewing on something.
Don't fret, I'm on it.
select the ale house and the Corazon brew buff. Well, I am trying. Is this just broken, or?
What? Safe and sound.
Need something? Nay, bother. Got it, aye.
Oh.
Aye. All right, whatever you say.
Use the ale house to buff your clan. Yes, how though?
Oh, well, okay, I'll make sure it gets done.
Let's see. Oh, there you go, defense.
To victory!
I was a little confused there.
A building is
Yay, let's go kill these guys now. Look at how fast they destroy this stuff. It's kind of annoying. You can make stone walls and stone towers.
Attacking. Got it.
There we go. Alright, I'll try a little bit of the warrior tutorial and then call it there. So again, playing the actual game is way faster and way more difficult on normal difficulty. Me and my buddy had some problems with the monsters. It was just two of us. We didn't have a warrior person with us. Okay.
Miner is under attack.
You're the boss. I'm here for you. Where's the gold?
Not my warehouse.
Anything you want. No rest for the wicked. I'm here for you. Shall good. What do you need? On it.
Okay.
You're the boss. Anything you want.
It's Merc.
I'll bring my shield.
Ready
Up
when
the
you
irons.
are.
Moving out. Moving out. Done and done. Yes, sir. Trust in iron.
I feel like some of the accents are a bit too forced. I can't tell. Some of the voice acting.
Ready to go. What do you need, boss?
Ready to protect.
Okay.
Okay then. Good idea.
I hate these guys.
Owes me money.
Ouchie.
Got gold on it. Good idea. I'm here for you.
Okay, well, And train some mercs. Now, what was the upgrade again? 80% more armor penetration. Wow, that's a lot.
No cheating me out of money, okay?
I guess I was supposed to not attack them until I upgraded. I read this last. And when I see some dudes, my first instinct is to attack him, you know?
No falling back on our deal, already dealt with.
Wow, this is significantly... Oh, it's the research, that's why. Okay.
As long as the pay is good. It'll cost you.
It's kind of weird. You would assume a unit named the Shieldbreaker would have armor pen.
No cheating me out of money, okay?
The micro seems a little weak.
No falling back on our deal, okay? This is why you pay me the big money.
Oh, it's the big guy.
Nothing will get through me. Moving out.
Imagine you had the Brewmaster. This guy, I don't know if it's bugged or not, but in the playthrough that me and my buddy had, there were a couple of them where they would just not die. Like,
I'll bring my shield.
towers did no damage. He had an army and they did no damage.
Of course.
Yeah, let's get down to business.
Let's take a look at this dude. You know, he means business because he has 2 axes.
They will be dead by dawn. Already finished.
It's a big boy.
Locked and loaded.
What the? Where all these guys come from?
Boss, on my way.
Okay, anyways.
Already dealt with.
Priming, make way. On the move.
Okay, let's go.
It'll cost you. Got it. Attacking.
I have guns. I'm gonna win.
Be quick about it. On my way.
Who dies next?
Imagine like
On the move. Aye, on my way.
something where you just stand on it and then
I feel alive already.
you just take it over somehow. Like nothing in the world works that way, or does it? We don't know. It's imagining a giant stone that you just stand on and you're like, "This is mine now."
Is there a wee bit of trouble?
Good idea.
Where are they going? Why are they going off on their own?
They won't know what hit
The
them.
builder is under attack.
Can we just go in? No, okay. Oh yeah, we can. They opened the door for us. Okay, ignore the buildings. There's someone here? Oh, these guys are really dumb. Alright. There's someone here? He's dumb. What are they doing? Alright. No, attack this thing. Guys. Please. No. Okay. No. Oh my, I hate when units don't listen. There we go. Nice and short, the way that I like it for straight up action. It didn't really show clearing camps to get resources. But yeah, that's it.
Choose your class.
That's DwarfHeim. Again, this doesn't really give you a good idea of what a real game is like. Again, me and my buddy spent 3 hours playing the game, trying to figure it out, and we got okay at it. We really needed a third person to handle all the fighting with the warrior class, but we only had 2 of us. Anyways, I'll call it there. This is a pretty interesting take on RTS, and I think it's a smart move in that, like, StarCraft and all of that is pretty daunting in that you have to do everything yourself, and not only that, for competitive play, you can't be lax. Like, for StarCraft, there are certain build orders where, you know, you gotta have like a really high APM or actions per minute, and if you mess up like even a few seconds, you're already behind your opponent. So I feel like for the RTS genre, it has to be a little bit more casual and accessible for it to do, you know, a lot better than it is now. I'm not saying like every game should be like that. I still like StarCraft. Like Brood War is one of my favorite games of all time. I play that so much. But yeah, this is interesting, like division of labor and kind of like that teamwork and co-op aspect. Is awesome because it takes a lot of stress off of you because you only have to do one thing, one specific thing, and if you do it poorly, the other people on your team can still kind of do some of your tasks for you. So yeah, the design there is very promising. It's a little rough now for the review build. It should be a lot better when it comes down to early access. Anyways, that's DwarfHeim, developed by Pineleaf Studio, published by Merge Games, and it'll be coming out on October 22nd. There's no price yet, but that should show up when the game is out. Anyways, thank you so much for dropping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, things you'd like to see or for me to cover, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, I can't talk. Yeah, I've been crunching for like the past few months. It's insane. I'm very grateful that I have so many key requests approved. Usually I get like 90% of them denied, but every once in a while all of them go through, and then you're like, oh god, I've got to cover, it's like 7 games in the span of 2 days, you know. That means I'm not gonna be sleeping. Anyways, thank you so much for dropping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, things you'd like to see or for me to cover, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, catch you guys next time. There we go. We did it right. Signing off.